Let me start by congratulating Afrexim and Professor Kaurama for this event and say I'm honored to be part of it and happy also as the Group Chairman of Transcorp to be hosting all of you. Yeah. So the question of Africapitalism and collaboration with Afrexim in making it impactful across the continent, I think I'd like to share a short story, and that story captures everything. I was a banker before, and in 2010 I moved on and I decided to diversify and do what some of my friends have been doing in trying to help empower Africa and transform the continent. So one of the sectors we decided to invest in was the energy sector. And energy investment, as you all know, is highly capital intensive. So we approached Shell for a bilateral conversation, had a bilateral conversation with Shell to acquire some of their assets in Nigeria. And this was, we started the conversation in 2017. Shell finally agreed, and but to agree, they said we needed to show evidence of capacity, because they get many inquiries from people. And so the asset we wanted to acquire from Shell, we identified OML 11 and OML 17. The sum we agreed with Shell was $2.5 billion, and we needed to show proof of this money before proceeding. And we tried on our resources, but we had a shortfall of $750 million, and because we needed debt of 30%. We ran to Afrexim, we ran to Professor Kaurama, and between Afrexim and African Finance Corporation, AFC, Afrexim wrote a check of, or supported, committed to supporting us with $600 million, and African Finance Corporation, 150. But what is very impressive about it is the speed and how it was done. And because of this, we were able to do this transaction. We took over this asset in 2020. We concluded this transaction in 2020, in the midst of COVID. And today, without Afrexim's involvement, because you talked about Africapitalism, which is a private sector role in developing the continent, without their intervention, we would not have been able to do the transaction. Today, this acquisition we made with the support of Afrexim has gone on to become extremely transformative, not just for all the investors, but for the continent. We today produce oil, over 58,000 barrels of oil a day. In fact, NNPC just wrote to the company, we are the highest production, we recorded the highest production increase in the Nigerian oil sector, both for local and international oil companies in the past 5 years. It would not have been made possible if Afrexim, it would not have been possible if Afrexim did not support us. So that intervention by Afrexim, $600 million at that time, even though the check they wrote at the end was $250 million because we got other financial institutions to join. But that is Africapitalism in action. That is Afrexim, private sector, working together to create employment for our people, working together to industrialize our continent, working together to transform Africa.